And welcome back to What If, the week of What If. Our one shot per day comes to us from Needless Kane, who asked the basic question, and I didn't really watch Death Note, but I saw a little bit of it, and I know the overall plot. What if L had actually caught Light? So obviously, one of the big things about Death Note, at least during the first part of the series before L's death, is the whole cat and mouse game between him and Light. And the fact is, he never actually found out who Light was. He never found out about the Death Note, at least not in terms that Light had the Death Note, and then when Light got the Death Note back, he, I believe, regained his memories because he actually lost them for a while. And then because Light had to L had to make a deal and basically give his life up to prevent something worse from happening and to basically end the whole deal. But what if he had actually caught Light? Well, first off, how would that have gone down? Because I'm not as well versed in Death Note, I will have to basically kind of paint up just broad stroke scenario, not a very specific scenario. But Light, as intelligent as he was, and he was also incessantly arrogant. So it's when you're that arrogant and that full of yourself and that God complex, there's a good chance you're going to make a mistake. You're going to slip up. And I can imagine that at some point, L realizes that Light has been able to basically be connected in some way through whatever. And maybe at one point even sees he has a Death Note on him, and it puts two and two together as he's learned about the Death Note. And through a circumstances, they meet up because they work together for a while. They meet up, and he's able to feign, because he's L, he's able to feign his knowledge of it, ultimately leading to Light's incarceration. Basically, a SWAT team surrounds him. Light can't kill them all, and it's the end of Light Yagami, the god, and he ends up catching him. So, does he end up having to give his life for this? I don't think so. But this really wouldn't change. I mean, this would change some things in terms of the lore. There might not be a huge cult of that Light that has been created in Light's following, like there was at the end of the series. But it doesn't really change much. Light ultimately got caught in the end anyway. And he ended up being killed. So, yeah, it doesn't really matter if he caught Light or not. Ryuk would have come for the Death Note anyway to collect it. Probably put Light's name in there. Maybe even put L's name in there. But he definitely would have put Light's name in there. And he would have collected it, and the story would have gone on. L catching Light, save for the fact that he probably would have lived, wouldn't have changed anything in the grandiose scale of the story from the amount I know of it. He probably would have been going on solving more cases, all that, and still introvert and weird and still highly intelligent. But it would not have really mattered that much in the grand scheme, because I don't think it actually would have affected any huge series that people who went on to kill would still be alive in theory. But then again, Ryuk would have found that given the Death Note to someone else, so the story, the journey begins again in full. So really, this is the reason I chose as the one shot. It's not a long-term what if concept. But it's something worth noting anyway. At least this is all my opinion, and keep in mind the opinion of someone who is not who knows the series, watched some of the series, read some of the series, and does know how it overall ended, but didn't read it from page to page, cover to cover, or anything like that. Watch it from beginning to end. But that is just my opinion, though. Let me know what you think of the concept below. Until then, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you folks on the next one. Like, comment, share, subscribe. See you later.